Hi, welcome to This is Piqua, presented by the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce, only on the Indian Nation station, Piqua Channel 5. This is Piqua is a show where we go out and showcase all the great local businesses right here in the Piqua, Ohio area. If you're interested in being on This is Piqua, contact me at GANGERA@piqua.org or give me a phone call at 937-308-5322. We look forward to hearing from all of you. We hope you enjoy This is Piqua.
Hi, welcome to This is Piqua. I'm Gavin, your host, and I'm here today with Sean of Scott Steel. He's the sales manager. How you doing today, Sean?
Doing great. Thanks for having us. Appreciate being here.
Appreciate it too. What is Scott Steel?
Here at Scott Steel, we're a low-carbon service center where we specialize in narrow slit coils that we provide to anywhere from auto stampers to tube rolled gate customers. And we serve many customers throughout the Midwest.
And how many employees do you have here?
Well, we started off with 3 employees 5 years ago, and now we've grown to almost 30 employees, and we've done all that over a 5-year period.
And you have like sales, like warehouse workers or anything like that?
Yeah, we have office staff as well as plant staff. Shop staff that is the ground floor, the foundation of the company. Starts with the guys in the shop and translates here to the office.
And you said there was like 3 people that started it. Do you know who they are?
Yeah, the owners, John Scott, his son, Aaron Scott, and Corey Greist were the original 3 employees, and it's grown since then.
And what year did it start?
We were 5 years ago, would be 2012, and that's right about the time that Steel LLC began.
And where do you guys ship steel, like internationally, nationally?
We have accounts all over the country. We focus our attention to Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, down to Tennessee, but we have accounts as far west as Oklahoma. But if anybody's willing to buy steel, we'll sell it to them.
You said you guys slit steel. How many slitters do you have over at the warehouse, and what are their capabilities?
We have 2 slitters, which their capabilities, they begin at 0.15, and we're talking in inches, so much less than an inch, up to 1/4 of an inch in gauge. But we also have a round edge slitter that takes burr off steel, also for safety edge for customers where, for handrails where customers are touching the steel and it needs to be very safe. So a total of 3.
And like, what are some of the safety measures that you take, knowing that like this is a dangerous job and everything?
Well, the plant staff, the shop manager is Brandon Hartzell, foreman James Ganger. They work together really closely with the staff to make sure that everyone has the proper personal protective equipment, holding safety meetings. It is a dangerous job if you do not comply with those safety PPEs. So the guys do a really good job of staying safe and watching out for one another over there.
And what do you look at in a person, like when you're hiring someone into this kind of job?
For me personally, I like to hire for personality and attitude. I feel like if the work ethic is there, you can teach that person how to do the job, but you can't really teach them to have the instincts and work ethic to want to be at work and work hard.
And how do you keep track of all your sales order, like keep them organized and stuff?
Well, we have a really good staff. We have inside sales representatives that take the sales orders from the customer and implement those into our sales order system. From there, we have what we call as a scan that organizes all of our data by input date, due dates, the customer, the part, which would be the width and the gauge of the material, how much weight is involved, and where it's being shipped to. this scan is our Bible, and we really need to follow it very closely. And that's what keeps us on time every time, and ensures that our quality and the quantity of the product is perfect.
So you have like customers that they could order lots of steel. Like how much would you guys be willing to give out?
Well, the great thing about our company at Scott Steel, nothing is too small and nothing is too large. So we really will take on any order, anything from as little as 200 pounds to as much as 5 to 6 truckloads. A truckload would be anywhere from 45 to 50,000 pounds, and we can send multiple truckloads, or something as small that would just fit in the back of a pickup truck. But nothing's too big, nothing's too small.
And how do you guys get steel from here to your customers?
Well, typically, we have the steel that comes inbound to us, and then our logistics and traffic department will then take that steel and assign that to a load letter that pairs up nicely within logistically, that works out really well for multiple customers. That way we can cut down the cost for our customers and ourselves, pairing up or even tripling up different customers in the same region. So that's the most important thing, is being the most efficient with our logistics.
And when you say customers, do you sell like to individual people just in the public? Do you sell to companies, things like that?
Well, typically we will really, sell to anyone that needs coiled steel. But typically, most of our customers are stampers that make parts for automotive industry or farm gates, material like that. But nothing's off the board, though.
So tell me a little bit of what goes into the presses of steel.
Well, first off, there's quite a few different types of steel that come in coils. You have the hot rolled pickle, which is an acid finished steel. You have a cold roll. There's different types of galvanized, which has different types of coating. So there's lots of different details and science that goes into it. However, there's elements that make steel softer or harder. The more carbon and manganese in the steel, the harder it is. When you add more aluminum into the steel, it's going to make it softer. We gauge and read our softness readings by the Rockwell test, where you take a small piece of steel and put it into the equipment, and it tells you how hard the steel is. The steel is then gauged by a number. The lower the number, the softer the steel is. The higher number, the harder the steel is.
And do your customers order off like special specifications of the steel?
Yes, they do. It's a very, very precise part number that our customers like to use and need to use, because our customers are providing their customers a specific part number. And when that part is ordered, we must not deviate within that part number. So the specs are the most important thing. If there is a part that we feel could work, we'll talk to the customer first, but we try to stay within 10% of any of the Rockwell, the gauge readings, anything within that spec.
And what made you guys decide to come to Piqua?
Well, the business started here, and it's grown here. We're very happy to say that we have 30 families that live nearby or in Piqua, that their families depend on these jobs, and we're very, very happy to be here. A lot of business that we have goes on here. Myself, when I have customers in, we go out to eat in Piqua for lunch. I actually live in Springfield, but now working here, I really enjoy coming to Piqua. My family and I will come here and do some shopping, and it's left a very nice, lasting impression on me, and I have nothing but great things to say about Piqua to my family and friends.
That's great. And what would be a lasting impact you guys want to have on Piqua?
I think that with Scott Steel, we'd really like to leave an everlasting impact, that we've helped grow the city, grow the city's economy, and help local families that depend on Scott Steel for their employment and keep growing with the city of Piqua.
Well, thank you for joining us today on This is Piqua, presented by the Piqua Area Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Gavin Stravell. We'll see you next week on the Piqua Public Library.